Chapter 6. Even though the only thing worse than crying at school is getting caught crying at school, I just can't help it. The tears fall, and when it gets so bad that I can't even bear to fight back, I start sobbing. As soon as I start crying, Miss Rinaldi stops. The man she's speaking with has gone quiet as well. They heard me. "Oh no," Miss Rinaldi says. "Samantha, you have a student in your office?" the man asks, surprised. The door to her office opens, and I cover my face in my hands. I see Miss Rinaldi's shadow through the cracks of my fingers as she approaches and says, "Are you okay, Sam?" Sam. She remembered to call me Sam. "It's nothing," I say, my voice muffled by my hands. "I'm fine." "I'll take care of this," Miss Rinaldi says to the man. I hear the heavy footsteps of the man leaving. I see Miss Rinaldi through the cracks of my fingers coming closer and grabbing the folding chair from the corner and placing it on the floor next to me. I finally take my hands off of my face to see her with a box of tissues in her hand. She pulls one out and offers it to me. When I don't accept it, she crumples it back up and puts it in her pocket. "Are you upset that you had to sit in my office today?" she asks. "No," I say, even though I was at one point. It seems pretty meaningless right now. "Do you know the social worker here at Kennedy Middle School?" she asks. "No," I say, annoying myself with redundant one-word answers. The truth is, I know exactly who the social worker is. I went to see him a few times at the beginning of the year when I was having trouble turning in my homework on time. His office is the last place I want to be right now. If you're not comfortable telling me why you're upset, there are other adults you can talk to. I don't want to talk to anyone. "Then is there anything else I can do to help?" I wipe my eyes and nose, embarrassed. There is one thing she can do, but I don't know if she will. "Tell me why the music program is cut," I say. "Why are they getting rid of music and keeping all the subjects I hate?" Miss Rinaldi sighs, as if she knew this was the reason I was crying all along. "It's just money, Sam. Everything costs money, and there's not enough to fund the music program next year." Money. I don't have a real drum set because there's no money. I can't take private lessons because there's no money. My parents are always stressed and angry and fighting with each other because there's no money. Why is everything always about money? Is there anything in this awful world other than money? "What happens to you next year?" I ask. "I found a job somewhere else," she says. Find a job somewhere else. She says it like it's the simplest thing in the world. My father had to find a job somewhere else. How well has that turned out for him? I wipe my face with my sleeve and say, "Do I have to leave the music room right away?" "I can buy you a couple minutes to cool down," Miss Rinaldi says. I put my face back in my hands. Miss Rinaldi exits her office. I hear her sorting music sheets outside, but I still feel left alone, which is what I need right now. I wait a couple minutes for the tears on my face to dry, then I walk out of her office and into the rehearsal room. Miss Rinaldi sees me and leads me out. I head over to the 6th grade wing and find Scott and Zeke roughhousing by their lockers. Zeke has Scott in a headlock while Scott is trying to lift Zeke off the ground. "Will you two cut it out for once?" I shout. "I need to tell you something." Zeke lets go of Scott's head and says, "Scott's busy telling me he's in love with Miss Rinaldi." Scott's face is red, an apparent side effect of smelling Zeke's armpit. "Shut up, you're in love with Miss Rinaldi's mom. You're the one who can walk on his head while farting the word hello. Both of you stop it," I shout, and they look at me scared and confused. What did we do?" Scott asks nervously. "Yeah, we didn't steal your marimba mallets, you know," Zeke says. "I know you didn't," I say. "This is much more serious." They look at each other, shrug, and look back at me. "Music is getting cut next year," I say. I wait for this to sink in. I get another shrug from Zeke and a dumbfounded look from Scott. "That means band is over," I say. "No symphonic band, no orchestra, not even jazz band." Scott's eyes open wide. He shakes his head. "Oh man, my sister is going to be mad." "Why are they getting rid of it?" Zeke asks. "Music classes never hurt anybody." "Miss Rinaldi says it's all about money," I say. Zeke and Scott look at me like my face is melting. Then Zeke says, "You found out from Miss Rinaldi?" "Of course. Who else would know?" I'm scared they're going to ask for more details, like how the conversation started and all the embarrassing crying that led to it. Thankfully, they don't. I guess I'll take applied arts next year, Zeke says. Applied arts, I say, nearly shouting. You think applied arts can replace music? Zeke holds up a hand as if to keep me from bulldozing him. Settle down, Sam. It's not the end of the world. Yes, it is. I look at Scott, hoping for support, but he just shrugs and says, I'm with Zeke, Sam. I agree it stinks to lose bands, but there are plenty of other classes. Maybe the three of us can get into another elective together. My heart sinks. My blood boils. I would expect this from my dad or my brother or someone like Danny Lennox, who is better at being my own personal percussion instrument than playing the sax. But Scott and Zeke, I expected them to understand. I didn't think I'd need a headphone jack to make them understand something we have in common. How can you guys be like that? I asked. We don't get to have music class in 7th grade or 8th grade, no playing bigger and better bands with cooler percussion parts, no playing on a full drum set. Look, Sam, Zeke says, concerned all of a sudden. I get how much you like music. You take things seriously. But Zeke and I aren't like you, Scott says. Band class can be a lot of fun sometimes, but we don't really care if we're good. We took drums because most of the parts are one note played over and over again. You can have fun playing without getting too stressed out about messing something up. The tears are coming back, but I pushed them down. I'm not letting another drummer see me cry, but that doesn't mean I can't be really, really angry at them. Are you guys serious? I say. You might as well not care at all. What did all that time we spent together in band mean? Was it all just an excuse to get out of class? The nervous way they look at each other tells me everything I need to know. They don't care. They never did, and they never will. They see drums as an easy instrument, but it's not easy. I've seen what good drummers can do. It's just that the material that we play in band, admittedly, is really, really easy, especially the percussion parts. So you guys don't think you know how to play? I say. What about me? Do you think I know how to play? There's an uncomfortable silence. Finally, Scott speaks up. Honestly, don't, dude. Just don't, Zeke says. But he's too late. Scott already has the words locked and ready to go. You're probably the worst in band. Zeke sighs and throws his hands in the air while making a mock slapping motion at Scott. I kind of wish he really would slap him. Don't take that the wrong way, Scott continues. You play some really fast patterns and learn new parts quicker than anyone, but you're kind of sloppy, especially for a symphonic band. Sloppy, I say, like I'm playing on a garbage can. Scott's face turns several colors. That's not what I meant. Your drumming is just messy sometimes. He hesitates before saying, all the time, actually. My eyes are burning. I'm blinking in disbelief. My eyelids banging together like two gongs. I didn't mean you were the worst drummer in the school, Scott says. You could have been a leading player in the beginning concert band. But I don't belong in symphonic band? That's what he's really saying. I've been out of my league at this school this entire year. Sorry, Sam, Scott says. I'm just being honest. I want to say something back, something really clever that will bite him right where it hurts. It's one thing to hear Danny tell me how terrible I am, but Scott is supposed to be my friend. Does he agree with Danny? Does he think I have no rhythm and that I sound like I'm playing on a garbage can? Whatever, is all I managed to say.